honor for all of us, for our guild, to have an actual living model from the Summer School of Art. And I want to tell you how I happened to find out. This was such things that it's just been like serendipity, the things that have happened as Carolyn and Jean and Karen and I planned this, the things that came up. And I was in my shop one day, and Teresa came in with her, it was her brother-in-law and his wife, I believe, looking in through the shop. And she wasn't interested in antiques, and she was talking to me. So we were just chatting, and I said, Teresa, I'm so excited. We're having this 80th anniversary celebration of the Summer School of Art. And she said, oh, I was a model for that. And when I was 8 years old. And I just couldn't believe it. And so I asked her if she would mind participating. In my mind at the time, I thought, oh, she'll be a great model. We'll have the artist paint her because she's still beautiful. And we talked, and Teresa has some great little things to share. So I'm going to talk with her now.
Well, when she asked me if I would come down and speak to you people, I thought, what do I say? I was 8 years old. I was walking probably to the store, running into the store real fast to get something for my mother. And there were people standing around, and one of them came over and said, would you mind coming and visiting with us? We want to talk to you. And I said, okay. And so I went with them, and they said, would you mind sitting while we're artists and we're learning a lot, and we need people to sit so we can practice. And I said, sure. And they said they'd give me a quarter. That was a lot of money for me at one time. And so I was thrilled to death, and they told me where to come. The building is still here. It's on Washington. It's a white building, and at the time, it had huge, big trees in the back. And the artist would sit me on a chair and tell me to sit in a certain way, and I would. And then every so often they would say, this will sit in the shade and rest. And that was fine. We would do that, and after about 3 hours, they said, well, come back tomorrow at a certain time, and I would. And one day they said, we're real bright colors. And I said, okay. I was the youngest of 6 girls. How many bright colored dresses did I have? So I went home and told my mother that they wanted me to come back again, and I showed her I had a quarter. And she said, well, that's yours, you earn it, you keep it. So I did, and got dressed the next day. She said, here's a new dress I made for you. And it was pink. And they wanted me in orange or bright red. And they said, why did you come in pink? And I said, my mama just made it for me, and I'm real glad to wear it. And they said, okay. So they had me just sit. And there were some other ones, but I don't remember who any of them were. Other children at different times. I knew some of them, but I didn't pay any attention to them. I tried to do what they said. That's all I could do.
What did they ask you to do? What kind of poses did you sit?
Just to sit like this mostly, and sit back and relax. They wanted me to do that. And I thought, okay, if I just had to sit. It would get hot in the sun, and we were usually finished by 3 in the afternoon, thank goodness, because it was hot. And they'd give a quarter to me, and I'd walk home, and I was so wealthy.
That was a lot then.
Did they give you any drawings?
No, I didn't get to keep any, and my mother asked if we could have one of them, and they said no, because they were mostly students, and they had to send them off someplace, or some of them, if they didn't care for it, they do
They paint
over. And so they said, no, if there was a chance they would, but they never did.
I wouldn't be surprised if there might be some, your figure in some of the art county paintings, and I wouldn't be surprised at all. That
Where
would
would
be,
any of them be?
well, the Mercantile Library has a big collection
Okay.
of that work of the art county.
Remember, Tammy?
You might find yourself.
She'll have to help me decide over to go.
Teresa
And
is-
find a place, because I know some of St. Louis, but not like I used to, but I don't go up there like I did.
Teresa told me the building where they proposed is what we call the first school on Washington. That is where
For
they,
school, the colored people went to school there.
that was a school for black children.
We had more of them in town at the time, but we didn't have too many now. More are coming, they're good people. We're lucky, we've always had good people here. The whites and the blacks, all good people. Yes.
When you saw the paintings, were there any particular artists that you remember that you liked their paintings
Well,
best?
one of them that did painted me the most was a young girl. I would say the way I remembered her as being about 19 to 21.
I think that was
I thought, young girl, as I said, I was youngest of six girls. So I had sisters about that age. And so I remembered one of them especially that contacted me and always made sure I had drinking water. She was, I considered her young. But the supervisor was a slightly older lady, something like one of my school teachers, one of the nuns. And, but most of them, I think there were maybe 3 of us at a time sitting in different sections down there in the backyard when they would paint our pictures.
So did they paint you exactly how you were sitting, or did they put other things in your hands, or did they make
Well, they
up
wanted
other
me just
things?
to sit and relax because they said they were learning. And they wanted to be able to sketch and to paint and to do all of it. But as I said, I was only 8 years old. I didn't pay attention to a lot of detail.
That was a big thing. What'd you buy with that quarter?
Yeah, what did you buy with that quarter? Teresa, what did you buy with your quarter? Do you remember?
I didn't remember. Occasionally, I'd ask Mama if I could go downtown and get an ice cream cone. A nickel ice cream cone. We got, nice little scoops on it. So I was very conservative with it. I thought, well, when school starts, if anybody says, let's go to the store and get some penny candy, I'd have some money to go with them. Penny candy.
Yeah, 25 times.
Teresa, where were you living in town here?
On
When
Jefferson
on Jefferson.
Street, my parents' home is still there, 668 Jefferson. It's 2 houses west of the old cemetery on Jefferson.
Was it where Clarice lived? Was it where Clarice lived? No.
Yeah,
Across the
everybody-
street? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we all grew up there at the house.
Now, Teresa, after seeing all these painters, did you want to paint? Did you paint yourself?
No,
No? It didn't inspire you to paint?
well,
Not really.
I was left-handed and I always did everything
Oh, that's
wrong.
the left
So
brain is the
I
best.
guess I didn't think about it like
Oh,
that.
I just wondered, seeing them paint, if that would have sparked your interest.
I have a few sketches that my dad did as far as, to help pacify us at different times. And, but that's all I have. I never did do anything like that. No talent.
She's a mean bridge player, I can tell you.
I enjoy it.
Well, has anyone else got any more questions? Teresa's going to get together with some of her family tonight.
Yes.
I think she's probably the star. There we go.
I have one question. We have the painting of Ben Dempsey here.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and do you remember that painting or remember it happening?
Yeah, I remember Mary Dempsey, they asked her to dress like a nun. And they did, and they painted her picture, and she got to keep it. Now, I don't know how she did that.
Yeah.
How she got to keep it. But we played bridge with them a lot, and the painting hung right inside the front door as you come in our house. And as you would leave, you'd see the painting as you walked out the door. It stayed there in that one place all the time.
Huh. I didn't realize she was that much older because she was 18 when that was done.
Mhm.
I knew her, but I didn't realize she was that much.
Yeah, 8 was one of my sisters. Well, if you'll excuse me, I want to be with you. Thank you.
Channel 7 and 98 TV and web broadcasting are made possible through contributions and donations from viewers like you. Thank you for your support.